Hello everybody, Jungle Chief here, getting ready to start up another segment of Final Fantasy XIII. In this segment, I'll be picking up with Saz and Vanille aboard the Palamessi, and I'll be working my way towards the first boss fight of this chapter. This will be another decently lengthy segment. Let's do some Crystarium. Mark and Shaman's Mark for her. Making sure I had the right paradigm set to start with. Get a nice preemptive strike here. Take out the Flanator first because he's the heal bot. Okay, that's that encounter. Murky ease. Run past this dude.
Why do they always have to make these things more complicated?
And I'm going to wind up fighting this encounter here. In order to open that next door. When you do the paradigm shifts during Saz's gun switch, it's really powerful. Because he's basically attacking the whole way through the paradigm shift because of the way that animation works. Which I just didn't do there, but it doesn't matter. Let me open this door right here. I'll fight this encounter right here in order to get that item behind them. Starting with the Flanator. And I'm going to let Vanille do a little bit of healing here. No matter what I hit him with, just to get staggered. Okay, I'll grab that loot. Then I'm going to work my way down this hall and grab another piece of loot, and I'll be switching off parties. I'm not going to worry about trading equipment, though, because I am not going to be fighting at all with Lightning's group.
Code purple. I repeat, code purple. Security breach. All units on alert. Code purple.
Looks like we ain't the only ones cleaning house. Could be Lucy.
Could be Fang. Come on, let's hurry.
Let's go get rescued.
No, not this time. For once in my life, I am going to save her.
All right, now you're talking. Let's go.
Code purple. I repeat, code purple. Security breach. All units on alert. Code purple.
All these colors, what's it mean?
Means we're doing our job. Making a lot of SciComm guys nervous.
Who are they fighting?
Vanille.
Okay,
Let's hurry it up. Neil's waiting.
back with Lightning's team. Running into this gargantuan room. And Deceptisol. There's 4 items in here I'm going to be running around and grabbing. I get this one first. We'll run into this real easy enemy. Start retry to get my Deceptisol back. Throw her back up. I'm gonna run into the middle here. I'm gonna grab this loot. Don't want to lose my Deceptisol. That perfect conductor is a pretty awesome item. That's probably the best piece of loot in here. It's worth a lot of points when upgrading weapons. Weave between these enemies. That's the last piece of loot here. I'm gonna run into this enemy. Start retry. And I just gotta weave between these Vespid soldiers here. This guy is really slow, so just kind of waltz past him. And that's everything in that room.
Colonel,
We've lost the intruders.
That means we're code yellow. No, wait. Code blue? If we were orange, that would mean...
The escapees made it through! They're entering the engine room!
No! Damn the sea!
Intruders located! They're on the weather deck, starboard side!
Make it rain!
Desperate times demand flexibility. Code white.
Bridge to engine room. We're losing thrust. Engine room, can you copy? What is the status of the main reactor?
Power's down. What's going on?
Okay, back with this party. I'm gonna run up to the middle here, throw one of these up again, weave between these enemies and grab this loot. I'm gonna walk down here because these guys are guarding some loot. Try to get my Decepticol back. Then I'm going to actually fight them. That's those enemies. We'll be able to run back here and pick this up with those guys gone. Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna do some leveling here. They're gonna need all the help they can get for these next two encounters. That's where they're at. Yeah, she's just getting 20 HP no matter what she does. Let's continue down Ravager. Grab those for her. Actually, I don't want to stagger him before he does his next Proton burst. Okay, there we go. We want her to join back into damage here now that poison's up. And D-shell. Okay. That's that encounter down. Now, I have Tide Turner set up. I'm about to lose this party for a little bit without a chance to unequip. So we still want them with something good for this fight. So I'm gonna put a couple of silver bangles on Saz, a couple of iron bangles on Vanille. My paradigms and everything should still be good. Actually, not quite. I want to start out like this, because in this fight, I'm going to want to just kill the first enemy as quickly as possible with simple setups before I start buffing.
Well, isn't this great?
So I'm going to start out trying to kill the Vespid soldier quickly. We're going to switch to War and Peace. And she'll cure herself while Saz finishes off the Vespid soldier.
Did you see that coming?
Tide Turner. Get a fairly standard array of buffs up. I have to switch to War and Peace for a second. I want to get Saz's health back. She got pretty much all of her good debuffs up there other than poison, so that was pretty awesome. Okay. We're gonna switch to here and let Vanille slap poison on that guy. The Thermodon.
Follow the old man's lead.
And the Thermodon is killed by D-shell.
The wind, it's dying down.
Yeah, it's stopping. And we're decelerating. They up to something?
I don't suppose it could just be, I don't know, good luck?
That looks a lot more like bad luck.
You got a point.
Not to me. That
That we can do something about.
Okay. Now, in this part of Chapter 9, don't be surprised if I have to start retry on a couple of these encounters. There are a couple of really difficult encounters out here. Okay. She's good. Wrong direction. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna continue down Ravager with him. Trying to grab Curse with her. He's not going to be doing any fighting. I'll do his leveling at the end of the segment. I'm going to throw a Power Wristband and a Tungsten Bangle on her. He's going to get the Magician's Mark and the Shaman's Mark. Brawler's Wristband and Power Wristband. Everyone's set up well. Actually, not quite. We're going to be on Relentless Assault. So yeah, if I have to start retrying some of these encounters, I'll probably edit out retries, but it'll be clear which encounters I had to retry on. But just for viewing purposes, I'm probably going to just show winning runs against any of these encounters if I screw them up.
Change of plan.
This first group of enemies is pretty easy. We're going to switch to Adversity for a second. Back to Relentless Assault. Just wanted to get him cured up. This guy can do quite a bit of damage if I just don't cure at all. Okay. I did some extra attacking on Ravager against this enemy because in order to finish off this enemy in a stagger, I really need to get his chain gauge built up a little more. Don't know why that happened. That was really bad. There we go. I was holding forward to do repeat and mash an X and somehow popped into the item menu. around these enemies here. Okay, this is the first one of the more challenging encounters. Let's actually bully it up to start this fight. Bar lightning's not terrible, Hope, but
Keep the enemy off balance. Change of plan.
really wish he'd gotten protect up, but bar lightning will be pretty good when I get down to just the Viking left. Slow up on the Viking is really nice too.
Keep the enemy off balance.
Not at all what I meant to do.
Change of plan.
Thank you for holding them there, Hope. Lightning and Fang constantly moving in at the same time and both attempting to launch, causing Lightning's launch to whiff. It's a little sloppy, but it worked. And another perfect conductor. Those are really awesome items. That enemy didn't feel like fighting me too much. Okay, and this is actually the last save point before the boss. I'm gonna loot and then run back to it. I know I haven't really done that at all yet. It's gonna be a little less smooth than normal, but there's gonna be a good deal of scenes, and the boss fight isn't a complete joke in the next segment, so... I figured I'd run back and save to break it. First, I've got one more encounter and a couple more pieces of loot. Come on. Waiting on you. Yeah, 300 gil. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the group I want to fight. Set up to bully. Yep. These guys don't hit too terribly hard, but there's a bunch of them. And they all attack almost non-stop.
Time for another approach.
Okay, Hope, come on. God, Hope, you suck.
We do this.
Okay. Moving on him. Smack him a couple of times. Not gonna be able to stagger him.
The storm is here! Until next time.
Thank you, Horsey.
As if there was any doubt.
Yucky, 3 stars. Oh well. A win is a win. Grab by Sparkling. Now it's time to just run back through all these enemies. It's the easiest path to weave through there without running into any encounters. Okay, before I save, it's Crystarium time. I think I've got lightning up to where she needs to be on all those, so I'm just going to pump some stats into Commando now. Grab that quite yet. That. Okay. I'm gonna grab Curse. He really needs to get his next level of Sentinel and this accessory. I'm just gonna keep pushing him up this way because I'm gonna be using, in the segment after the boss, I am going to be using Sentinel a little bit in a couple of the randoms, and I'm going to want to have Death Warden challenge for those. But this is basically, I'm not going to be using Hope and Fang too much in the segment after the boss. Commando Ravager. Everything's looking pretty good. Okay, and that'll be the end of this segment. And I will see you next segment. Oh, I made a somewhat silly mistake at the end of that last long segment. It's kind of a long segment, so I wasn't going to be redoing it, but I need to run down here and grab this treasure chest, which I need to fight this encounter for.
Nothing I can't handle. Keep a cool head.
I'm just going to tack this on to the end of the segment 2 video. There. And I got an incentive chip. That's always real nice. Okay. So now, I will actually see you next segment. I'm just going to overwrite this last file. Thanks for watching.